I'd like to call the Buhl City Council meeting to order for Tuesday, September 17th, 2019 at 6:30 p.m. Ryan, would you please take the roll?
Councillor Lehman.
Here.
Councillor Marcus.
Here.
Councillor Milich.
Here.
Mayor Clarich.
Here. Okay, we got those two things done. Now, reports from department heads. Well, it doesn't look like we have much here tonight. Public Works is not present. Fire and ambulance, Stuart, do you have anything that we should know of?
Nothing that I know of.
Okay. Engineering, there's nothing really outstanding that I'm aware of. The attorney, Mr. Cardy, is there anything you'd like to catch us up on? Or?
Just what's on the agenda there.
No words of wisdom.
No words of wisdom.
Okay, that's fine. Long range planning and zoning. Oh, they just had a meeting that nobody came, so no report, I'm assuming?
No,
This guy was in earlier about doing the garage, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we have that on the agenda, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he was,
Supposed to come in,
well, he was here once already.
okay, not a problem.
We approved him and
Ray Dean.
Ray Dean, remember? They both came at the same
I
time.
remember 18, but I don't remember.
Next is Recreation Board, and we don't have a Recreation Board. We're still looking for volunteers. Please contact Ryan at the City Hall. Library Board, I think we had minutes last meeting, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay. BETA will meet in a couple weeks, I believe. Sheriff, we had a report last meeting. Clerk, Ryan.
Just a couple updates. The city's going to give its bonding presentation for our infrastructure project on Thursday at about 10 o'clock, somewhere between Hibbing and Bovey is what I'm told, on a bus. So we'll see how that goes. Other than that, I've just been working with the attorney, kind of getting some right-of-way paperwork done for the USDA portion of the infrastructure project in the stage 3 or 4, whatever stage we're in. Just finalizing that, and then all the PFA information was sent in the application, so we are set there.
Now, I noticed that there's some markings out on the boulevard here. Now, is that for the internet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, JPJ has been around town quite a bit surveying.
Well, I know they've been
Yeah.
marking there, but right in here. So, Ryan, are we getting close to having the service co-op and John Lufin actually doing that project?
Yep, that should
So
be.
we want to get that in before winter,
Yep,
correct?
that'll be in the next couple
Okay.
weeks, I would
I think that's
anticipate.
great, so.
And actually, the company that's coming in and doing that, that's who Trent worked for before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or he worked with a bunch of these guys. Or,
Okay. Yeah, it'd be nice to get that service up and running ASAP, so. Okay. Anything else, Ryan? Nope.
Mr.
Okay.
Mayor,
Yes.
I just want to comment on the Buhl Public Library's notes look really nice. Written up. A lot better than before.
my wife said the same thing. So,
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole, but I will double check. Okay. CRSSD, the Central Iron Range Sanitary Sewer District. Johnny, we just had a meeting. Anything really jumped out?
no, we went through contract and
Is there any talk on solar, putting in solar anymore?
no.
The flows were down for everybody because it was such a dry part. So that was nice, and they're looking forward to us starting our project, which will help the overall, knock our costs down a little bit, but then it should help the whole system overall. So, okay, that concludes our reports from the department heads. Next, council additions to the agenda. I have nothing. Ryan, is there anything that we needed to add?
Nope.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the agenda as listed here?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, motion by Stuart. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Jim. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Move on to number 5, citizens forum. Persons wishing to address the council must sign up. I don't believe anybody signed up. Lyndon, you're not going to do double duty tonight, are you? Okay. Move on to number 6, the consent agenda. 6A, the minutes, the regular city council meeting of September 3rd, 2019, and 6B, claims. Payroll number 19, $11,317.15. Accounts payable, $93,029.61 for a grand total of $104,346.76. And is there a motion to approve the minutes from September 3rd and the claims totaling $104,346.76?
Also move that we approve the minutes of September 3rd and pay the claims. Payroll 19 and the AP of total of $104,346.76.
Is there a support?
Also,
Okay, motion by John, support by Stuart. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion is carried. Move on to our business portion. 7A, Preston Dowel variance. It's discussion first, and then I'll entertain a motion to approve or reject. Do you just want to highlight this for us, Ryan, real quickly?
Sure. Preston Dowel approached the Long Range Planning and Zoning Committee, I think it was back in May, I believe, looking at a few variances for his new garage. You can kind of see in the packet what his plans are. Obviously, for a variance, you have to have a public hearing, which occurred at 6:15. There were not any attendees. Letters were mailed to his immediate neighbors with no response or objections to his project. So, per the Long Range Planning and Zoning Commission, they're recommending approving his variance request.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, motion by Stuart. Is there support?
I'll support that.
Supported by John. Further comment or discussion? Hearing none. Okay, Jim.
Just a question. If there's when you're asking for a variance and it's involving a neighbor, don't they have to come and sign up with basically some type of petition to allow it or a waiver? Or?
That would have been for the public hearing. So the city has certain requirements where they have to notify the resident, via the public hearing. They also got individual letters sent to them, telling them how they could question or where they
To
need.
voice objection, they had to attend the meeting at 6:15.
Okay.
According to city statute or state statute or?
City ordinance.
City ordinance,
Yes.
okay.
They get sufficient notice, and if they have objection, then they would
Or
make
they
their
can send
objection
written.
known.
Yeah, they could have submitted written
And you haven't
objections.
received anything prior to this?
No.
Okay, so, sounds like no one's complaining. Okay, anything further? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Ordinance 19-02, exterior maintenance discussion, then we'll vote to approve or reject it. Ryan, do you just want to highlight this for us too as I turn to section B?
Sure. This is an ordinance that we've been talking about for quite a while to kind of basically address some of the buildings that were built, how many years ago, who still have the Tyvek wrapping and things like that, and more or less not an appropriate, exterior, whatever you want to say. Essentially, I took the language for this ordinance from the league, but I also put in specific examples just because I feel it's easier for residents to understand what we're looking at. So.
Okay, so it's 1 year that we're granting these people from when they finish the wrapping with the Tyvek or whatever other building product they use, then they have 1 year to complete that. I would open up to any comment from any of the other counselors if you have specifics on this too.
This is Chisholm, Hibbing, Virginia. This is we're just updating what we should have updated, right?
Yeah,
I mean, the other towns have this ordinance, and this was just part of that preventive maintenance that we all passed and agreed on, and it's just the article that's in there that we're just
Adding.
Okay.
I mean, essentially, just for example, if someone built a new house, they should have put siding on it before that building permit expired at 180 days. This will specifically address those houses who obviously didn't put, or garages that didn't put siding or some type of aesthetically pleasing material on it.
So they're grandfathered But we can pick up on this now with the blight committee as we go. That's where we're gonna pick that up. And the next time we go around for blight, we'll use that as our initial starting date, and then we'll go from there, okay?
And, our building permits are 180 days.
That's what ours run. So, you know, house or garage A down on Culver, they don't have siding around it, well, we send them a letter and, you know, they have to go through the process, get a building permit, put siding on, obviously. It's tough to put a specific time period when they need to complete this, but I would go with how it says in our ordinance with the new building permit, so 180 days.
As long as you're on this, could you please tell me what the threshold is to get a building permit for interior remodeling? What's the ground?
There isn't none.
None?
Just windows, and that's just protecting.
Yeah, there's a few different, you know, if the remodel costs X amount, there's certain fees set up with that, but.
Okay, so do they apply for a permit or don't they?
You don't have to.
They come to the city though for a permit? Well, how are you gonna know if
It's mostly exterior.
it's exterior?
Yeah.
Okay, so if somebody remodels a bathroom or kitchen, that's just the way it is.
If
Okay,
you have a contractor, it's better to come here and do a building permit, because then that puts the contractor liable in
on
case
notice,
there's any.
yes. Okay,
It's just a protection, and,
okay.
you know.
Does, replacing a roof classify as a building permit too?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's $50.
Putting up a fence needs a building permit, but there's no charge for a fence, but we still need the permit on file.
Okay. And I just for information only, because a couple of people have asked me about stuff about, you know, they're gonna do this or it's already being done, and starting with my sister in her house, so. Okay,
No, we haven't had any insight. I don't think
Did
anybody does.
okay. Did I call for motion on this yet, Ryan?
No.
Okay, is there a motion to support this order? I will make the motion to support ordinance 19-02. Is there support?
I'll support.
Okay, further discussion. Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye, those opposed, same sign, motion is carried. The Meds 1 lease discussion, and once again, Ryan, if you'd give us a little background information here. It's pretty standard, I think, but.
Yeah, well, about a year ago, we entered into the agreement with Meds 1, and they are leasing our old fire hall. The original agreement was basically $800 of that lease payment would go to the fire department, where the remainder was just an average of the utilities for that building, which, you know, broke the city even. Recently, Diane and I, we redid the averages due to the utility increases, and that's where that $1,550 per month came from. I did talk to Jim over there, and he is fine with the new lease price, so it just should be council approval to change that.
I think that's fair. It's good for us, for the city, and I think it's good for them, so.
Yeah.
And they are looking at other buildings that we own and whatever, and doing something similar, right? Well, census serve.
Oh, yeah. We have.
Oh, yeah, okay, no, I thought you were talking about Meds 1.
Oh, so did I.
We're looking at
Yeah.
the costs and
Yeah.
what we're charging.
We're being fair. We're across the board, we're
Yeah,
transparent.
exactly.
Okay, yeah.
So basically, it's an $800 profit for the city, which is dedicated to the fire
Fire
department.
department, which is where, okay.
I'll make a motion.
Yeah. Motion by Stuart, is there support?
Support.
Support by Jim. Further comment or discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion is carried. D, the Knights of Columbus gambling permit. Discussion, Ryan, just real quick, this once again is routine game.
The Knights of Columbus yearly puts on their turkey bingo and their ham bingo down at the senior center. Permits are required that we have to send in to the state, so this is just that permit, but it does need council approval to.
It covers both the bingos, the fall and the spring? Okay, so, okay, I'll make the motion to approve the KFC gambling permit. Is there support?
I'll support.
Okay, moved and supported. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign, motion is carried. League of Minnesota Cities dues, once again, this is gonna be routine. Ryan, just wanna update us, but also for the public can hear what's going on, so.
Sure. I mean, the League of Minnesota Cities is basically our support system for,
Yes, lobbyists.
yeah, I mean, for, you name it, every kind of aspect that goes on with municipal government. They lobby for increased LGA down at the cities. They have their own governmental team, lawyers for answering, basic questions.
They defend us also if need be.
Yeah. Our insurance is through the League of Minnesota Cities Trust. They put on annual conferences. I mean, they're just a big resource for.
And we use them, don't we?
Yeah, we do use them.
It seems like a very reasonable amount for that service,
Yep.
so. I mean, they have background information on everything, and
Yeah.
we can go with that, so. Is there a motion to approve the LMC dues of $11.97?
I'll make a motion, we approve the LMC dues of $1,197.
Is there a support?
Support.
Motion by John, support by Jim. Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign, motion is carried. G, 2020 budget meetings, discussion. Ryan, once again, you're at the lead.
Did you skip
No,
one?
he's got that.
We have F.
Mayor's dues.
Oh, boy, yeah. I'm trying to pull a fast one, sorry, guys.
You were here,
Yeah.
or whatever you got.
I am sorry, we'll go back to Minnesota Mayors Association dues. Ryan, you just highlight that, so.
It basically is just an organization for all the mayors in the state of Minnesota. They release publications, are kind of a reference, kind of almost a lobbying advocate for local control. So $30 is pretty minimal.
If it would have been a lot more, I would have told you no, but $30 I think we can afford. Is there a motion to approve that?
I'll make a motion.
Is there support?
I'll support it.
Okay, motion by Stewart, support by John. Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign, motion's carried. Okay, I was in a rush to get to the budget meetings. So, 2020 budget meetings discussion, once again, Ryan, lead the way, please.
Basically, cities are required to post to the public a list of when the 2020 budget is going to be discussed. You can kind of see our schedule that Diana has provided, and we would just be looking for approval to approve those dates for budget meeting purposes.
And these meetings are pre-council meetings.
Oh, pre-council.
Yeah, and
Okay.
that's, one more note, those meetings will start at 6 o'clock. We will
Okay.
have the budget portion and then move into the
Same
regular
night,
meeting.
just, you don't have to do an extra night thing.
Okay, now it's a little bit different. Okay, I'm just looking at my experience in the school. Now, when you certify the budget on December 17th, is that part of the regular meeting, or can you have a pre-meeting there and do it? See, with schools, you set the time and then you stop your school board meeting, take care of that, and then come back into that. That's just an agenda item.
Yeah, as far as I remember, it's just part of the regular
It just
meeting.
has to be after 6 PM. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
my understanding too.
So we couldn't have, okay, we could have a pre-meeting if you wanted to do it that way. Okay, no problem. Is there a motion to approve the following schedule? That ties in with all of our regular meetings, correct? Okay,
I'll make a motion.
motion by Stuart, is there support?
I'll support that.
Support by John, further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign, motion's carried. Resolution 19-26, preliminary levy FY 2020. Discussion, Ryan, I would like you to lead on this one because, to explain a couple things on what we're approving here.
Sure. The city is required by resolution to,
Are we gonna close?
not for the budget.
No, for the next one. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
okay, wait, come on.
Oh, good, we're even.
Don't mind me.
So
I
basically,
just made a dandy, so don't feel bad.
we are required by resolution to adopt a preliminary levy. The main thing to note about the preliminary levy, it can go down, but it cannot go up from that amount. The recommendation for right now is to set the preliminary levy for $440,000 for fiscal year 2020. Obviously, we are waiting for some funds to hopefully come in to offset some city expenses for the school. That's why you're seeing that large amount, and we do expect those funds to come through, but just to err on the side of caution for the preliminary levy, that's what we're recommending.
So once again, this is the maximum levy that can't go up over this, and we anticipate adopting one much lower than that after we take care of the funding to help with the school,
Yeah.
which we approach the IRRB for annually, so. And just the amount to be determined, that's all that is gonna be. So that is the worst that can be, the most, the maximum, whatever. Further comment or question?
And this is an increase 26% or 90 grand over the 2020 levy amount, correct?
It's
That's-
usually around 350.
Yeah, usually. This is pretty big.
This is big,
Yeah, and again, we do not expect it to remain.
And we
That
can
amount.
tweak other parts of this too, it not only has to be with the part to do with the school, but there
Oh,
may be
yeah,
other things. that-
departments, everything.
Yes,
can be
everything,
tweaked to it
we still
for
have to
this.
meet, budget-wise here at the council level, so.
City Hall.
So is there a motion to approve the levy?
I'll make a motion.
I will support that. Stuart, okay. Further discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of the, oh wait, that's a resolution, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Ryan, please take the roll.
Counselor Lehman?
Yes.
Counselor Marcus?
Yes.
Counselor Milich?
Yes.
Mayor Clarich?
Yep, yes. Okay. Now, Stuart.
I didn't.
Is there a motion to go into closed session for the purpose of talking about city employment contracts and pay?
I'll make a motion.
There's a motion by Stuart. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Jim. Further comment or discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We will now move into closed session. Is there a motion to come out of closed session into regular session?
I'll make that.
Motion by Stuart. Is there support?
Support.
Support by John. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Other business council comments. I'll start with you, Jim. Got anything?
No, I don't have enough.
Okay. John?
I guess I would ask, how is our negotiations with Vern going on their?
The city had sent him.
Well, yeah, he has his meetings he has to go to first.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's putting together something. I haven't gotten anything back from him, so.
Yeah, and then, people that toured the school,
Which group? Today's? No.
well, they've toured it twice already.
Okay.
It's for, like a daycare,
Family resource.
foster home type thing. They have the plan, they have a plan now.
They just need funding or help with funding.
Yeah,
Okay.
and, it was a good meeting, so they're gonna come back. We told them we need like a little deep in-depth business plan and whatever. So when they came back, we'll get Gary and his wife and you and,
Yeah, well,
get into the meeting, but, this is the first time I think things are looking good. So,
good. Anything else?
so that 440 might,
Taking those guys?
yeah.
Yeah, it takes a while for that to happen.
Well, yeah, it was good,
Last chance. Okay, Stuart, you're up.
At Rams meeting next Thursday in Hibbing, we're gonna go tour the Mine View, the new Mine View in Hibbing. Before our meeting, I'm gonna have a finance committee meeting at noon in Northern Iron. I'm planning on attending. Just a comment on the shared services with the fire department. We had a couple the fire chiefs had a couple meetings.
Oh.
And brought back some recommendations to the members of the fire department, and we're gonna have some more meetings.
Well, that's good. I think
Yeah,
that
I
was a
think
great
that-
meeting.
That was, yeah, should have been done years ago, but And both communities, all 4 or 5 communities, yeah. Good idea.
What they're referencing is that joint meeting we had at the Chisholm City Council and the fire departments and the city works and everything about some joint sharing to keep our costs down and improve our services, so both places. So, and then for equipment, we'd be eligible for a lot of grants possibly and getting better firefighting equipment, city cleanup equipment, whatnot, and that would also include Great Scott and the townships around us and Kinney, and so we'll try to make it work. And it was a very good meeting. The only thing is that I would say is that we're not going to dictate to the fire crew or the city people things that we want them to do with Chisholm. They have to approve anything we're gonna do. We're not gonna tell them they have to do this. They'll tell us, yes, it's workable. Well, let's have a contract. I'm not gonna force that on any of our local people. So, anything else, Stuart? Yeah, I'm encouraged too, as John is with the school. We've had quite a few inquiries. Some are solid, some aren't, some need development, but at least there's interest in the school still, and that's pretty good. There was an article in the Minneapolis Star about a month ago that the Hennepin County was complaining that they had to send their juvenile kids out of state. It was costing them a fortune. The service wasn't that good. It wasn't as good or as cheap as it was when they had it at the Masabi Academy in Buhl. So we did reach out to Kids Peace if they'd be interested again. Our lobbyist, Gary Sekvenik, spoke with them, and they said they'd get back to us, but they said they really were beaten up pretty bad. Not by the city of Buhl or the local agencies here. This was a hatchet job, for lack of a better term, from the Minnesota Public Radio, and I believe it was a certain reporter was trying to make a name for himself to get a national presence established, and it backfired on them. And it was a good article that was in the paper, so we'll see what happens. So, and they still, I'm trying to follow up too. Ryan and I have looked at this a little bit about, where is Hennepin County sending them out of state? Maybe we can approach them if they might want to expand or come back, because that was set up very nicely to work with juvenile youth and helping them out. So just so the public knows, we're doing everything we can to try to get a tenant or tenants in there that would make the city proud, work with the city, and just help with everything that goes on around here. That's all I have. So, without further ado, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make one.
Motion by Stuart. Is there support? Support by Jim. All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.